When you bring up the name Ray Allen, you're talking about some pretty serious three-point shooting. GT tied the franchise record in a playoff game for threes hit with 9 of them tonight. Just what did you see from him to kind of get that start and just find a way to get hot tonight?
I mean, just confidence. Confidence is what you got to have in this league to stay afloat, to survive. And he's always been a confident guy, even when start of the season wasn't starting off so well, but stayed in the lab. One thing I admire about him is his work ethic. Always in the lab. Before practice, after practice, before shoot around, after shoot around, I kind of look around and look at the guys that's in there shooting. And I'm always at basket 4, and I look at basket 2. There's GT, so it's kind of cool to see your friends win, especially in the playoffs when it matters most. And he showed out tonight. Every time he shot it, I feel like it was going in.
For you guys, I think they only score 18 points in the third quarter. Just what do you like about maybe your defense or your intensity, or what were you seeing on the defensive end?
Just sense of urgency. It's game 3 of the playoffs. We down 0-2. Just sense of urgency. Dane was big for us, over the last couple of days, keeping guys sane, motivating guys, letting guys know that, it's our time to come back and, protect home court. So I liked our energy tonight. I like our work ethic. I like our, multiple efforts. That's one thing that you got to have. In the playoffs, is multiple efforts, and I think we did that tonight. But, it's tonight only counts for one win. Got to let this one go because obviously it's not 2 days in between. 3 and 4, it's only 1 day, so, it's over now, and now we're focused on game 4.
What'd you think of Dame? Not having the best shooting night, but getting a couple steals, having that highlight block, get up for that block.
It's not about scoring. Not about scoring in the playoffs. It's about just getting a win. Only thing matters is a win. When you lose, they gonna bring up everything else that you didn't do. But when you win, they just gonna say the Bucks won, right? And the biggest thing for us was knowing that this was the biggest game of the year, being down 0-2, being at home in front of our great fans, our great crowd, wanting to put on a good performance and get a dub. That was the biggest thing. Just doing all the little things to help us win. When you win, nothing else matters. We can score 2 points and you win, and they're gonna say the Bucks won. So they're not even gonna bring that part up about his scoring. They're just gonna say we won, and now it's time to focus on game 4, which is now the next biggest game of the year.
Bobby, Doc and a couple of your teammates talked about point of attack defense from game 2 through practice. So what did you see from GT, Dame, Scoot, AJ, Kyle at times, like that effort out there tonight?
Yeah, you got to fly around with them. Obviously, they spread the ball around. They move the ball fast. Sometimes the ball moves faster than you can rotate. So being in talking, being in help, letting guys know what's going on behind them can always help. And, using our voices has been big for us. Obviously, it's loud environments that you play in on the court. So talking and communicating can help, a lot of confusion out on the court. And I like how we just stuck together, especially when we got down in the second quarter, third quarter. We just fought it out, and it's a game of run. So, I feel like the momentum shifted, and we took it and run with it.
I was going to ask you about that. You're down 10 at halftime. Can you just speak to your team's composure and what helped you guys stay in the game? And not only that, but get the lead, maintain the lead.
We've been here before. Look at our second half of the season, not just the playoffs alone. Second half of the season, we've been getting down for sure. A lot of those games that we won, we got down, but we kept going and kept fighting, and knowing that it's a 48-minute ball game. Timeouts are longer. You get longer time to rest and recover through, battle periods and whatever it is, and just staying sane, staying even keeled was a big thing as well. But knowing that the sense of urgency has to be there. Obviously, getting down at home, you want to get the dub. But I think the biggest thing with us was just staying in the moment, knowing that it was a big game and that we had to get the dub.
Won the rebounding margin by 8 tonight. Was that the key to helping to solidify or slow them down on the fast break? I know that's been a point of emphasis.
Yeah.
Is that kind of where that shift came from, or was that somewhere else on the defensive?
Just all the little things kind of add up to a win, right? The 50-50 balls, the letting them shoot open shots. I don't know how many open shots that I watched on film in game 1 and game 2 that they just was wide open, right? Like, wish I can get wide open shots. Like, it doesn't happen. But just taking away all the little things and the extra effort, the multiple efforts is I credit that for sure. Just having to rotate, having to guard different guys. In transition, you might be cross-matched. These guys do a good job of getting the ball out fast, miss or make. So I would say it helped a little bit, but, these guys play fast, no matter what, whether you make it, whether you miss it, they're getting it out and pushing it. So I think the biggest thing with us was just sprint back, building a wall, keeping the ball in front, and talking and communicating.
I know we always talk about AJ Green's shooting, but I guess what did his screening and passing kind of mean to you guys in the third quarter?
It was great. I told him that, especially when he got the drive, slide line drive, throw it to Giannis for the N1. I told him that was a big time play. A couple years ago, he probably wouldn't have made that play, right? Probably would just threw it out and spaced out. So, kind of cool to see guys games develop and start making big plays that lead to championship championship level plays.